118 Rotary Reefs for 118 years of Rotary. Stony coral tissue loss disease is the deadliest coral disease ever recorded. The disease destroys the soft tissue of at least 22 species of reef-building corals, killing them within weeks or months of becoming infected. We have less than 5% of reef-building coral left in Florida and less than 7% in Panama. Coral acts as a keystone species, meaning that they have one of the most important roles in their respective ecosystems. They have large impacts on their ecosystem's food web and preventing invasive species from taking over. If we don't act now, these keystone species will become extinct, leaving the integral ecosystems that are reefs to degrade and become unable to support any of the thousands of other aquatic species that rely on them for life every single day. 118 Rotary Reefs will be constructed in the Rotary Year 2022-2023 for the 118th year of Rotary and to celebrate the first woman president of Rotary International, Jennifer Jones. This project supports Rotary International's new seventh area of focus, the environment. Funds will be used to create reefs and support a Coral Reef Bank to save these species from becoming extinct, as well as other environmental programs like reintroducing the great green macaw to Panama by 2030. By sponsoring a Rotary Reef, your club will help build one of 118 Rotary Reefs for 2022 outside of Bocas del Toro, Panama. Each artificial reef provides a new, safe, non-degradable structure for all the species that rely on coral to grow and feed upon for years to come. It takes only about 7 years for the new reefs to develop to a point where it's so covered in life that it's indistinguishable from normal reefs. The best part is, these 6-foot reefs are shaped like a rotary wheel. Upon sponsoring a Rotary Reef, your Rotary Club will receive our online map that contains the name of your club, club president and year, with the GPS coordinates for your reef. Videos detailing progress of the reef's development every 6 months. A plaque at the Caribbean Coral Center facility in Bocas del Toro, Panama. Every member of your club will receive a weekly planner that educates on plastic and how to live a more sustainable lifestyle without disposable plastic. The complimentary planting of 50 rare almendro trees. This supports an ongoing effort to bring a key species back to the ecosystem in which it is locally extinct, the great green macaw. Each tree takes 8 years to develop fruit. The macaw requires this fruit to survive, thrive, and reproduce. By helping save one ecosystem, you'll help another. It won second place in the world in SRAG's I Fix the Planet competition. It costs $1,950 to dedicate one reef to your club and president from 2022-2023. Did you know human-caused activities are threatening the survival and development of coral reef ecosystems? The prime threats to these ecosystems are pollution, sedimentation, and climate change, the latter of which leads to rising open ocean temperatures and worsening ocean acidification. Most species cannot survive as the water they live in becomes more and more acidic. One of our top goals for 2022 is to save as many species as possible in the Caribbean. We are building a seed bank in Panama and collecting 22 species of stony coral to save in the next few months. Seed banks preserve the genetic diversity of underwater ecosystems. Experts remove seeds of endangered species and secure their development in a carefully maintained seed bank. These banks are monitored by scientists that aim to grow each individual into a healthy adult in the ideal conditions needed for each different species. This is meant to combat the ever-changing conditions of the oceans that are changing too quickly for species to adapt around, and the very few are well suited for it. This means that even if a species goes extinct in the wild, it can be brought back so long as enough seeds are maintained in the bank before returning them to the wild.